right. This man is currently second in the National Football League in touchdowns. Only Amon-Ra St. Brown of Detroit has more than the 5 of Rome Odunze of the Chicago Bears joining us on the program. How are you, Rome?
Appreciate y'all having me. Thank you. Thank you.
What a pleasure to see you here. What's going through your head right now through 4 weeks of your second season? Rome, how you feeling?
We're sitting at 2-2, so we're feeling good about the past 2 weeks. We've made some improvement from the first 2 weeks and going into bye. Obviously, we got some guys down, so looking to get all those guys healthy and come back and win this game versus Commanders. So feeling good.
I mentioned your number of touchdowns in introducing you. You, James Cook, and J.K. Dobbins are the only players in the NFL to have a touchdown from scrimmage in each of the first 4 games of this season. So has the game slowed down for you a little bit this year compared to last, do you think?
I think definitely a little bit. Obviously, playing a year in the NFL gives you that experience to kind of know where things are going to hit and know the different windows that you're going to be able to get the ball. And, Caleb and the offense has done a great job, holding up their end of the deal and having successful plays. And I've been on the, successful end of that, 5 times now. So hopefully more to come.
Okay. And so how, I guess, have you improved? What do you think you're doing better through the first 4 games, Rome? What do you think?
I think I'm just, dialed in on my responsibilities. Obviously, I took, all of last year to, understand what I need to get better at and try to emphasize those things when it came to wide receiver play, blocking, understanding offense and all those different things. So I feel like I've improved, overall in all those areas, and it's allowed me to, play free and fast, and I've able to capitalize on some of those opportunities.
Walk me through as well how things have changed with Ben Johnson as the new HC. So much is made of what he and Caleb are communicating about. What about you from the wide receiver room?
Yeah, it's been great. I think, Coach Ben has been, super, intense with the offense and the team as a whole, just trying to take us where we need to go and being strict on those things. And I think that sort of culture and mindset has led us to, continuing to develop and get better. So he's done a great job, and the wide receiver position is also one of his babies. He coached it in the past, so he's very diligent on all the details of the offense from our standpoint, and we appreciate that. And so is Coach Randall L and the offensive staff as a whole. So we appreciate them.
So you use the word diligent, strict. Give me examples, intense as well. You got a good example of that for me?
I would say we had a split. A wide receiver split alignment that is supposed to be +2 to hash. I think one of the first times we went out there and did perfect plays, I was about +3, maybe +2.5, and he let me hear it. So, that was kind of the first instance of me really experiencing it. But it's an everyday thing, and it leads us to having success, and it's important. So we appreciate it from him.
What do you mean about letting you have it? Was it in front of everybody?
Oh, yeah, he was coaching me in front of everybody for sure. He was telling me, it's +2, it's +2. What's the split on this? And we reset the whole play. So, yeah.
Has he done that with everybody?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he holds everybody accountable to that standard for sure. O-linemen, C-Will, running backs, wide receivers, coaches, everybody under the organization. He wants to be perfection.
So how has he done it with Caleb, if you have an example of that for me?
Sure. Whether it's, a replay, a play that we have to do, whether, there's so many different opportunities for quarterbacks to mess anything up because their job has, such responsibility. So,
sure.
Even saying one word wrong, it's going to bug him. So those are all things that he's diligent on, and we've reset before, but Caleb does a great job with it as well.
Well, 2-2, and obviously some definitely improved situations based to last year, Rome, and your relationship with Caleb Williams. I'd love to dive into that for a couple of minutes here. If I'm not mistaken, is it true? My memory serves. Did you guys meet on a flight to the combine? Is that the first time you guys ever crossed paths? Rome?
Yeah,
you and Caleb Williams.
I think it was. Obviously, I had played against him, but we didn't, formally meet on the field that day. But I think that was right. Flying into the combine, I think that was our first time actually meeting one another, I believe. Yeah.
After obviously playing in the same conference collegiately together.
Right.
And so what is it like when the two of you talk ball, Rome?
I mean, it really just comes from a, quarterback to wide receiver sort of relationship, obviously trying to understand how we can take advantage of defenses, looking at our strengths and our weaknesses and seeing what we can improve on and understanding the relationship, within those realms and then kind of playing that into the offense as well. So, it varies from a bunch of different things, but honestly, we're just trying to, make each other better and be able to complete passes.
Yeah, and so how often do you talk it? I mean, how often do you guys sit down and start outside of a film room connect in that regard?
Oh man, that's a daily occurrence. Honestly, that's a daily occurrence. Anything we see out there on the practice field, and I'm like, okay, I see it this way. He sees it that way. Coaches see it this way. We make it all mesh, and we make ends meet. So, it's really a daily occurrence when we're out there. But hopefully going into this bye week, we can talk about some other things.
Oh, okay, yeah. What are you doing for the bye? What does the bye look like here?
I'm just gonna be here. Getting my body right. Probably post up with my lady. Go watch a movie and stuff like that. That's about it.
Oh, all right. What movie are we watching? What are you gonna do?
Oh man, I don't know.
What do we got?
I don't know. There's some new movies out. I'm a fan of Demon Slayer. It's an anime. So
Okay.
there's a movie version of that out right now. So I'll probably go see that.
Have you seen Sinners? Have you seen that
I
movie?
have seen Sinners. I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that was really good. And
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you play the Bills this year? I don't know if you play the Bills.
we had them. We had them preseason. So we
Okay.
got
Okay,
to go
but
against
not
Josh.
the regular. I just mentioned that because Josh Allen obviously knows one of
Yeah,
the
the
stars
cast member.
of Sinners for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
No,
okay.
I heard about that a little bit. No, she did a great job in the film. It was awesome to see, and Josh is doing his thing on the field. So they're power couple goals for sure.
So what do you say to people who might be stopping you around town asking about Caleb and is he the real guy? Is he the real deal? What's going on? And his development. I mean, it seems like a daily conversation nationally. I can only imagine what it's like in Chicagoland, Rome. What do you say to people who might actually start to talk to you about that subject matter? I guess like me right now. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I've consistently, held the belief that Caleb is doing everything in his power to continue to progress and, become the best quarterback that he's capable of being. And I think he's capable of being the best in the NFL. So I think his thoughts, his actions, everything are going towards that. So I've said before, I mean, I'm in the building with him every day and I see that. So, people outside the building sort of question that. I don't know, what that's based off of. But, Caleb's been doing a great job. Obviously, everybody's seen his progression and, his fight, his will. So it's been incredible.
And when you come off the bye, obviously you're going to a spot that has a recent history for you. And Washington in that game last year where you guys took the lead late. We all know what happened at the end of that game. And we also know what happened after that game and how it all sort of spiraled out. And now you're in a different spot now. Will you go into that game with a sensibility of wiping the slate clean and cleansing the palate and showing how things are different now? Is that something we only talk about in the media? What do you make of that, Rome?
For me, honestly, yeah, I don't think, we go into it with that sort of mindset. Honestly, I think all of our mindset is, focused on this team and the present moment that we're in. And obviously the Commanders are our next opponent. So, we're going to go out there and compete at the highest level to go get a win, regardless of, what the situation is or what people might say it is. But that's sort of our mindset. I don't think we're really focused on, obviously, the things that happened last year.
Has Coach Randall L., you're bringing up Antoine Randall L., has he brought up the fact that he's thrown a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl to you guys?
He hasn't brought up nothing, man. He hasn't brought up anything. He's really humble. And we know we've only seen glimpses of it when they turn on the highlights, but all the coaching staff around him and everybody, obviously in the building that was watching him when he was playing and has seen him play was like, man, L's the real deal. So we're all like, oh, was he really the real deal? And he's all humbled about it, but wow. I'm sure he's got his highlights in the vault.
Well, I mean, he could show you where in Ford Field he threw the pass. That's where they won the Super Bowl, Rome. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, he doesn't say okay. What? And nothing in the state of Illinois either of Indiana football crushing right now. He doesn't even talk about that. Nothing like that at all.
He doesn't, man. He doesn't. I'm telling you, he's real humble about it. So
okay.
we got to we got to remind him, like, hey, man, you really did that.
He did. I mean, he threw it to Hines Ward for a touchdown in the Super Bowl for the Steelers. And do you talk to Penix at all? Have you spoken to Michael Penix
Yeah, we've chopped it up a little bit. Yeah, we've chopped it up. We chopped it up preseason a good bit. Since the season has started, we've been dialed in a little bit. But obviously, we got our dogs group chat, and we had Ohio State last week, so cheering on those boys and all that. But that's my brother. I know he's QB1 out there, so he's got a lot on his plate. But was awesome to see have a bounce back week and go get that W. So, and we'll be watching his film here, so we get to see his highlights.
I know you guys. Washington was taking on Ohio State last week. I was rooting for you because I went to Michigan, Rome. So I know. I'm sorry. I know that's kind of like a 4-letter word to you. I get it. But everything seems to have worked out for you at the next level. Do you have a number in your head of touchdowns you want to score based off of the number that you've already scored this year? You've got 5 through 4 weeks. Is there a number in your head of number of times you want to hit the end zone, or you think you can this year?
I mean, no, I don't have a number, man. Obviously, I've had a hot start. I think it's 23 touchdowns in a season, receiving touchdowns is a record.
I believe we can look that up right now. Randy Moss, yes, sir. That's 2007. That's it.
Yeah, if we're not shooting for that, then we selling ourselves short. So I guess I got to go get 24.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Odunze here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, and how have you taken to the great, awesome city of Chicago? Have you wound up in a spot that you like, a restaurant you like, food that you like? North side, south side? I don't want to get you in trouble, but I'm just throwing that out here to you, Rome.
Yeah, I have, man. The city of Chicago has been a lot of love, honestly, welcoming since the start. Obviously, they got their passion for football and their, criticisms, but we appreciate them and all that they, go out there with that passion and bring the rock. So, but yeah, I've got lots of food spots, man. Man, there's so many.
Have you done the Wiener Circle yet? Like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning? Have you done that yet, Rome? Have you done the Wiener Circle?
I haven't done that yet, man. I haven't done that yet. So.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that's in my future, but.
Well, listen, you don't have to do it that late at night, but when you go there, you just need to know what you're ordering before you go up there. Maybe because you're a top-notch Chicago Bear, they might let you slide if you don't do it the right way. But if you think so, well, they'll curse them out. They'll curse them out.
Do they rip you? Oh, I didn't know that's what it was. Okay.
You got to be ready for that.
Yeah, man. You got to have your head on a swivel when you go to the Wiener Circle, okay? Just think about that. But it's also worth your time. That's for sure. And, enjoy your bye week, Rome. And I appreciate you chopping it up with me because, again, I'm sure you're aware. I know the Cubs are in the playoffs right now, and the Bulls are about to start their season. But if the Bears win it all, it's a football town. Chicago is a football town through and through. I think you've noticed that, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. They got football in the blood, so we appreciate that, and we know we're continuing to progress and put this team at one of the top echelon teams in the NFL. So we know the city's going to be rocking when we accomplish that, but it's coming.
All right, Rome. Thanks for the time. Greatly appreciate it. Congrats on the great start for you statistically, and for your team being 2-2 going into the bye week. And best of luck, and look for more of my calls. Oh, by the way, I've just been told in my ear it was the draft, wasn't the combine, that you were on the flight with Caleb Williams. You were going to the draft together on that one. Yeah, and I think you were going back and forth about flying the plane, or you're glad you weren't flying the plane, or if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the way the story goes, I think I did fly it. Yeah,
that's right. Actually, now we know it. Oh, you're definitely landing it very well right now. Thanks for the time, Rome. Greatly appreciate it, sir.
Appreciate it, Rich.
That's Rome Odunze right here on the Rich Eisen Show.